Hello, Divine One. Thank you for pressing play. Thank you for coming here to co-create with me, with us, with Source today. I'm feeling such a indescribable energy. It's almost like a rainbow exploded. It's almost like walking into like a room made out of like clear quartz or crystals or prisms, and it's like you're blinding. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you've done. I don't know what has shifted in you, but I really feel that you've entered a whole new realm. Emphasis on realm. They're really wanting me to use the word realm. And friends, they're calling me to pause for a moment. And they want me to just actually repeat some words, and they want you to hear those words and feel for the resonance. Because if you feel the resonance, if those words ring and feel true to you, then this message is for you. And if it doesn't, if those words don't ring true to you, if it doesn't feel resonant, then something else is for you. And that's beautiful. Okay, so just give me a moment. I just want to give this message to you clearly. Throughout your life, you have always known that you were here to change the world, to assist the world, to heal the world, to somehow, I'm getting huge ringing, right? To somehow make the world a better place, not just for you, for everyone. Now, if that feels true to you, but also it is something that will be beyond feeding, right? Because it will, it is something that if this message is for you, it's something that you've always felt, you've always known, you've maybe even had a million trillion ideas about how you're going to do it. Well, friends, here's what Source wants you to know is you have actually, what I'm seeing is double doors opening. So it's not you opening the doors. It's almost like, you see in, I don't know, movies, or unless you've really been to a palace, in which case you may have seen in real life, but like when royalty is coming in, there's like a whole procession, and let's say you're waiting in the hall. There will be people that open the doors, right? And the doors are being opened for you, like you are being not just welcomed, but it's like rejoiced. Rejoiced is the best word that I can use here, because it's a celebration. I'm being reminded of a message that came through, I don't know when. So I may or may not link it in the description box. You'll have to check and see. Maybe I can find it. But otherwise, the message was this, or the idea, the concept was this. And it is, oh, I feel like I've just lost this train of thought. Sorry, just give me a moment. I know when that happens, it's either that I'm really not supposed to say, or it is going to come back and circle back in. So I'm just going to continue. Okay, there we go. Surprise party. This imagery of everybody is ready, waiting for you. They are ready to celebrate you. And you're in this box, and only you can kind of jump out of the box and jump into your surprise party. Okay, well, that was the imagery, but something has shifted. You've kind of jumped out the box, and you've been maybe playing in the surprise party, but actually it really wasn't the surprise party, because we never know what is coming for us, right? Like that party was not going to be the only party, the only celebration, the only like acceleration. I'm hearing that word because you are accelerating. If this message has found you and it resonates, you are accelerating in ways that maybe are leaving you feeling a little bit like shaken. And I'm kind of hearing shaken and stirred because there's a little bit of like poetry here, but also like a sense of humor, in the sense that you are really, really kind of enjoying the ride. Like it's like you've embraced the unknown, and that's it. That's it, friends. That's it. Okay. So to follow this imagery, right? You were in a box, there was a surprise party waiting for you. Eventually you felt ready. You finally felt worthy is actually more the word. You felt worthy. So you jumped out the box, and then you were playing and having fun, and everything accelerated, right? This is everything that you've been experiencing, I want to say, in the last 3 months. This is not an exact time frame. For some of you, maybe 6. For some of you, maybe 8. But let's say 3 months to a year, you've been experiencing some stuff, and eventually you learned enough, you remembered enough to be like, I'm done with hiding in this box. I'm ready to play with the world. I'm ready to embrace all that there is. So you climbed out the box, and you were divinely compensated for that. You experienced more magic, you experienced more miracles, you found more confirmations, or more confirmations found you. I'm hearing and feeling like a huge, big stir of inspiration and creativity, and just like just doing things differently, choosing you, right? But like, I'm kind of like, there's been a pep in your step, right? There's been a pep in your step, like something that you remember that's now been with you, and it's been with you for however long it was needed to be, and it's always going to be with you. But now you're at a point, right, where this little pep in your step has taken you to the point where, like, you are ready for more. You're ready for more. And you're also at the point where I'm hearing you have remembered one of the most beautiful truths. I'm getting huge confirmations here. One of the most beautiful truths, and that is that everything fun and exciting and magical is in the unknown. When you try and stay in the known, for whatever reason, you are limiting yourself. And this is what everything, the last however long, especially the last year, right? Because for some of you, especially those of you that have been a part of this collective for a while, I know that the last 6 months have been pretty intense. And in the last, I want to say 3 months, things have been lightening, right? Because of the alchemy because of you stepping into your role as the alchemist that you are, and all that you have been doing to anchor the light. So much has been happening because of all that you have been experiencing, because of all the stuff that is not for you, that has been lingering. And it's all been by design. So right now, whatever you've done, whatever you have walked away from, I'm hearing broken free from, but very much with like a footnote. You were always free. But it's like you remembered that. And with that remembrance, liberation occurred. What I'm seeing in my mind's eye is the devil card, right? Like the release of shackles. But like you actually had the key, and you're like, okay, cool, I can go now. I don't have to do this anymore, 911. I don't have to be this way anymore. I don't have to pretend to care about these things, or I don't have to entertain people in the way that they like to be entertained simply because it makes them comfortable, right? And this is like talking about things that really don't interest you. Maybe you find yourself in rooms where people talk a lot of politics. I don't know what it is for you, friends, but it's where you've truly stepped into the I am. It's where you've truly stepped into the doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what anybody thinks, says, feels, right? Because in the same way that you're responsible for your frequency, your feelings, your energetic state, so too are they. And that is their journey, and not for you to, like, it's not for us to tell people, it's for us to show people, but not even intentionally. Like, we just get to be and play and create and enjoy, and other people see that, right? They see you in your authenticity, in your truth, in your everything. And this, I'm laughing because this word, accidental spoonerism, came through for me when I stumbled on words and I was channeling something else. And it's your awesometicity, right? When you are in your authenticity, you are awesome. You are awesome, not because of what you are doing, not because of what you have, it's because of what you are embodying. And this is what it is all about, friends. It's coming back to basics. You know, there's so many memes out there where it's like, you'll see just a room with like a mattress on the bed and maybe like a lamp. And it's sometimes, to find yourself, you have to let go of everything. We have lived in complication because we had to, because it was part of what we had to experience to remember that things actually aren't complicated at all. Not when we are living and breathing and being our authentic selves. There is a quote, and I'm not even going to try and quote it, but I came across it and it really resonated, and it's this: meditation, actually I might remember it more correctly than I initially thought. Meditation is the art of awareness. You are always meditating in the same way that everything is spiritual, right? Everything is spirit. You are spirit. Everything is spirit. So in the same way that everything is spirit, everything is a meditation where you are placing your focus, your attention, your awareness. That's where you are creating. So the aim, and it's not even the aim, it's something that will happen naturally and organically as you embrace the stillness, the calmness, the uncomplicatedness of how things actually are. Not really how things get to be. I mean, it gets to be like that because right now, for many of us, it is not like that, or it doesn't feel like that because we are still complicating it. But the less we complicate things and the more we just embody stillness, embody calm, embody trust, embody knowing, certain things, certain ways of being are remembered, and it just kind of happens organically. In these messages, they keep bringing through, and this is not just me, and it's not just for you, it's for everyone. It's for everyone, and it's messages that have been coming through for years and years and years and years and years, right? The Power of Now, by Eckhart Tolle. I actually do not know the correct pronunciation of his surname. I've heard so many different variations, and now I actually don't know which one is right. So that person, I'm sure you guys know of whom I'm speaking, but The Power of Now, we all know, we've been told, even before we became spiritual, for some of you, you may have heard of The Secret, The Power of Now. There are so many texts that have been leading us to this truth, right? Wrapped up in other stuff sometimes. Your presence is all that exists, really. It's not all that exists, but it's the connection to everything, right? If everything is currently existing, you are existing with it. But in order to fully connect to everything, you have to be here now. Connecting with your breath, living as you breathe, without thought, without worry, without concern, without knowing where the next or how the next breath is going to occur. 1441, so a palindrome. Okay, this is really where it's like the rebirth. I'm very much getting Phoenix rising from the ashes, but it's where I feel like if we were looking at the infinity symbol where you've started, you were born, right? You entered the earth, you went on this whole journey just to come back to everything that you had when you first entered, free from all of the illusions that you played around with, right? That you had to. You had to fall asleep. We all did, at least those of you that resonate with me, with this channel, with the streams of consciousness that come through 333 as this is coming through. Our human experience was to be that one of falling asleep to our truth, our magic, our divinity, not completely, but enough for it to feel complete. And then to reawaken to that and remember all of it, but through the human that you thought you were, that you are, right? Through the I'm Angela, through the Bob, through the Paul, through the Scott, through the Lucy, through the Lindsay, right? Through whomever you are. You came here to remember who the truth of you through your human being, so that you could experience being a human being, like a superhero human being, right? It's like a superhero thing. It's like Peter Parker, except different. Peter Parker would be Spider-Man. Is it Hancock? I don't know, who kind of forgot who he was, right? Yes, I think it's the Will Smith movie. So like, he woke up with amnesia and had superpowers, but didn't remember anything else. Just that he was super strong or he could do whatever. Yours is a little bit deeper than that. We went to sleep a little bit more so than that, right? We kind of fell asleep to most of it, to all of it, even to our superpowers. And then maybe it was our superpowers that woke us up. It doesn't matter. We all woke up so differently. And then we woke up to the fact that so now you're kind of like Hancock. You have all your superpowers, you have all the knowledge, you have everything. And now you're kind of remembering who you are, really, really. And all that comes with it. So I'm being called to take out the cards. And before I do that, I'm also being called to just say that these double doors that have opened for you, friends, things are about to, if they haven't already, can't say like it really exciting, because it's a kind of a different kind of exciting. It might not be that busy excitement that you used to be used to, but in the same way that spring comes slowly, right? Very, very slowly. First we see the buds, then we see it comes slowly, day by day. We see more and experience more of it. The weather warms up slowly. You have entered it is a spring season, actually. It's a spring season for you because it's a season of creating. It's a season of birthing, like birthing new ideas. Maybe for some of you, quite literally. Maybe you're planning on starting a family. I don't know. But this is the kind of newness and the creation that I'm feeling. Like the only thing I can compare it to is like bringing a tiny human into the world, because it's something, it's there, it's different, and everything is never again as it was, and it never will be again. Like no day is the same. No day, it changes, ever evolving, just like you. So I'm feeling that this is a really exciting, but also in some ways, friends, a little, like I said, a little bit not scary, but sometimes things can be scary and exciting at the same time. And Source just wants you to know that you are so supported, and hold the pose, anchor in, because you manifested this, but not necessarily in the way that you think or thought that you did or do. maybe you didn't necessarily sit there and have this plan and go, this is what I want, this is what I want. I'm going to do what Joe Dispenza does, and I'm going to think about this for, is it 15 minutes every day or however long? I mean, there's so many ways to manifest, so many beautiful ways to tap into all that we are and all that is for us. But you are always manifesting. So just by, you brought this in for you by choosing you. You brought this in for you by choosing to play in the unknown, right? This is very much coming in because like you have embraced the unknown. You're like, I don't know, but that's okay. I don't know how that's coming in, but I know something is changing. I don't know, and that's okay. And it's like, I'm hearing and seeing, like, for some of you, you've even been affirming this to others, like with your words. And remember, your words are spells and your choices are portals. So I'm feeling and really hearing that you have been affirming this like embracing the unknown, this embodiment of the unknown. Like when you step into the I am, like there is nothing, right? I am. There's between breaths. Okay. I have a beautiful exercise for you. 911 as this is coming through. So if this calls to you, you don't have to pause. We'll do it together. It's very quick. With your breath, breathe in to completion, right? Holding at your heart center, holding at the source of you, holding for 5 breaths. And on your exhale, fully exhale every bit of air. And at the bottom, on the emptiness, hold for 5 breaths if you can, okay? That nothingness where you feel safe, secure. That is you, that is source, that is always there. That like anchor point, that center point, that non-negotiable. It's like a clause in the human soul contract. If you really choose and want to focus on the fact that you exist beyond you're human, beyond your humanness, how do you feel in that moment when there is nothing? Just a moment where there is nothing, right? Because if you're in stillness and you're not worried about, you know that the air is there, you know that it's going to come. So there is a peace. It's sort of like encoded in you. It's always there, friends. You, the beauty, the magic, the stillness, the everything is there always. It is not what you can see. It is not what you can touch. It's not what you can smell. You are so much more than that. You are the peace that makes all of those things possible. Okay. Okay, friends. So that was a really long introduction. I'm saying that at 23:23, which for me in many ways is 11:11, right? If you're looking at a 24-hour clock. Okay. So if this calls to you, I ask you to please ground yourself in this beautiful magical now with your breath, breathing in through your nose to capacity, holding for a moment or two at the source of you before fully surrendering on each exhale, breathing at your own pace, just softening to surrender with each inhale and softening to the now with each exhale, opening to receive and softening to stillness. Okay. Really, really beautiful energy. So the card that fell to the floor was the Tower card. I don't know if you guys heard the little kitty cat going meow again. Like as I said, the Tower card, it almost sounded like it meowed. Tower almost felt like it was mimicking me. I really hope that the mic picked up on that. With this Tower card falling to the floor, I'm feeling very much like your Tower moment. It's over. Like this is you. This is you. You're jumping. You're surrendered. You're like, cool. I'm done with all this known bullshit. I'm done with all of it. I'm done with all this known stuff. Like what is known will always be known. It'll always be here. It'll always be here. And you're like, I'm done. What is for me? What is for me? Because I know that this is not it. I know that this rock that like I'm standing on, like I know that there's more. So I am being called to the Emperor, who just the hands, right? The Emperor as an archetype very much obviously can represent the divine masculine. And it can also represent a very controlling energy. But what I'm feeling here with this Emperor, right, is the release, is the going off script, going off book. It's like the orchestra, I don't know, the orchestra imagery always comes through with this particular card. I think it's because for me, all those people are like music notes, which is actually really beautiful because I'm going to go with this. We are all frequency. What is a music note? A music note is frequency. So this is you stepping into your unique, beautiful, divine frequency. And remember this or is it authenticity? When you are being your authentic self, your frequency is so awesome. Doesn't matter what you look like, really. You could put on a red nose and I don't know, paint your hair blue, and I don't know, you could do whatever. It really doesn't matter what you look like, not just on camera if you have a YouTube channel, anywhere, everywhere. It does not matter. People may initially, right, their brains may judge, their brains may play in paradigms that you are beyond, that we are all beyond. Everyone is beyond it, right? But we have to wake up to the truth that we are beyond it, and that sometimes comes with a lot of forgetting, right? Which can sometimes be difficult, as we all know. Okay, so when you are just beating to your own drum, let's say you're going for a walk and you feel called to sing a song. It doesn't matter if all the neighbors come out and see you. Maybe you're not even aware of it. Maybe you're just singing the song. Maybe you end up singing a bit louder than you meant to, and next minute you hear clapping and you look up and I don't know, you had an audience that you didn't know you had. This is what they're wanting to bring through for you. You have an audience you don't even know that you have, and it is in this realm, right? Other realms, listen, guys, you've got them talking, you've got them excited. You've got them excited because you are stepping into all that you came here to be. And while you are being your beautiful, authentic self, right, like a music note, right, people can hear you. People can hear you. They might not know what you're saying. They might not understand what you're presenting to them, but they feel, right? They feel. And this is why I'm like, this is all music notes. It's like music makes you feel things. I mean, everything makes us feel things, but like music can really, really stir up emotions. So, and just stir up joy, stir up everything, can create a vibe, right? Could you imagine like a party with no music? So you are a beautiful note. Okay, here's some magical imagery for you guys, friends. You know, you can pour water into glasses and like run your finger around the rim of the glass and it will make a sound, and it can be, depending on the level of the water, depends on the sound. So it's like you have found your unique sound, and all you have to do is just keep on keeping on being you. And it's like the other glasses around you are just, they're gonna start playing music too. You are an inspiration for others, but not because you try and get anyone to do anything, or try and control anyone, or try and do anything for anybody else's sake other than what you feel called to do. This is really where you are creating your own music. It's like you are standing up and you were conducting the orchestra, and you had all the music that, the sheet music. Sorry, excuse my stumbling. You had the sheet music, and you just looked at it and went, damn, the sheet music, and you threw it away, and you just started conducting your own way, and this music evolved and became something more beyond what it was initially scripted for. Right? If you keep doing the same things, saying the same things, trying the same things, it is going to be the same, right? This is really where, like I said, this conductor, you going, I want to play in the unknown. I'm bored of the known. And all that I feel that has been keeping you in the known, right, guys? The other cards that are here, the Magician, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups, right? This Ten of Pentacles, for me, it's New Earth energy. Like, this is happening collectively. So energetically, there is a rising. There is a rising. But it's so, I can't explain what I feel for you, friends. Like, you're done. You're done. You're going off script. You're done. You're done. And like, what you create and what you actually shape, or give me the word shape, what you shape by just going, to hell with this, to hell with whatever, I'm done. And it's not a doneness that is in a negative way, friends. There is a beautiful little buzzy bee buzzing around just to confirm all of this. Sometimes I see butterflies behind the camera, but this little buzzy bee is right here confirming this. You are beyond all of it. You are here to pollinate the world with your magic. And you don't have to, how do I say this? You don't have to, it's not work for people to experience your magic. This is where we all had it wrong, because it was designed that way, right? Part of falling asleep, part of that was thinking that we had to work really, really hard and do things a certain way, that we wouldn't show up for ourselves. You are now at a point where, sorry, this Frankie is also down there, and he's quite interested in the bee. I just wanted to make sure he wasn't going to try play with him, which he has tried to before, but all is well. Okay, so you are really at this, like, you've climbed to Mount Everest and you've gone, okay, I don't want to go back down the same way. 3-3. I know. Let's see how else I can go. This is really about playing and allowing. And friends, they're bringing me back to these double doors, right? This welcome party. You came here to change the world. And right now, whenever this message finds you, it's timeless. You are really at the point where you are actually stepping onto that pathway. I think that this message came through yesterday or the day before. It has been coming through, and I've been feeling it quite a lot for just collectively, that we are all simultaneously like being activated. What I'm seeing in my mind's eye is like a little, let's call it a pearl, in the heart center, in the heart space, like glowing, coming alive. I don't know. So I feel like something is really being activated, and it is because of all that you have, not all that you've done, all the ways that you have been choosing you. Like, this is over. This 8 of inspirations, this 8 of wands, like, the journey is over. Queen of inspirations is at the top. The journey, the struggle is over, because you've realized and remembered that you You here now, you here right now, have everything that you require to be the magical being that you are. You are already the being that you came here to be. But it starts with you answering the call, dropping the reins, dropping everything that doesn't feel good, everything that doesn't call to you, unapologetically so. Not because when we say sorry, right? Sorry is an energy of I'm doing something wrong. So unapologetically so does not mean harshly or whatever. It just means choosing you, being you, and allowing whatever happens to happen while you get to enjoy being you and experiencing whatever you are experiencing in that moment. This is what it means to beat to your drum unapologetically so, right? To answer the call of the now, to do what you feel called to do, regardless of anything else, and without thinking about it, without apologizing for it, without for a second entertaining the idea that there is anything wrong with you doing exactly what feels good to you, because then you are denying yourself. And when you deny yourself, your reality denies you too, because your reality is an extension of you. Your reality is you. Your reality is here to serve you, friends. I know that may sound crazy, but it's like you're having a game of tennis with yourself, and you have to believe that the ball is going to be hit back to you in order for the ball to be hit back to you. So you have to know, trust, believe with every fiber of all that you are that if you, and you don't even have to believe this for it to be true. This is just one of those universal laws that just simply is. But when you accept it as your truth, things become a lot more fun, a lot more easy. Miracles and magic just become your everyday, because everything is miracles and magic. So this step, and it's not a step because you're already there. You're already there. And it's also so excited. It's also so excited for you to just be who you came here to be, in your awesometicity. In your awesometicity. That may sound so silly and geeky, but really, friends, when you are in your authenticity, you are so awesome. It's like a beautiful bright light in the sky that everybody has no choice but to look at. Like, even if their eyes were closed, even if they were blind, they would still feel called to experience you. The world is ready to experience you. You have to choose to be ready for the world to experience you. You have to choose you. You have to choose to be all that you are, and only you can do that. I'm being called to stop there. Thank you, beautiful divine ones, for creating this message with me, for co-creating it. Playing in your frequency today was really fun. It was, I mean, it's always fun. It's always beautiful. It's always just so inspiring. But wow, you are about to, or have already, just set the sky on fire. Thank you, beautiful divine one. Have a beautiful magical now. Bye-bye.